natural, 100%. I put money on it. Obviously, I won't. I'm a Christian.
I went to Ascot, boy.
Ascot,
money.
how was that?
It was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
I want to go, you know.
Yeah, go. It's really good.
The
It's
top
good.
hats and all of that, and the
like
suits.
suit
It's a
and-
fun time, man.
Did they actually offer? Did they give food when you're out there?
Yeah,
do you get
but it's
food?
expensive, bruv. Man bought a pizza. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
how like hungry I was. Man bought a pizza for £12. You know the ones that you can get in
One
chicken
slice?
shop. No, the chicken shop ones like 6-inch for like £2.99, £4.99, whatever. £12 I paid for it.
But if I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
I scoffed it. That you know them. That's how I proper ate it.
You know, I was like that yesterday. So after because I've been going to classes for my professional exam. So before we came to record yesterday, I went to McDonald's. I was mad hungry because I started sweating and shaking. And it was the one by St. Paul's Cathedral. So like the food comes to you, like, and so I'm waiting. Where's the food? And I'm looking at my hand. My hand's proper shaking. And I ordered a double cheeseburger, a big tasty, chips, and a drink.
I feel like, but you've been running and
I
stuff.
know. I was hungry. I was hungry, mad hungry, but it's fine. Now, I don't normally do that, but I was just like really, really hungry.
But you've been running.
But you've been running and
I
stuff.
know.
I feel like
It's just the one time. Oh my god,
I feel like
it's alright. You think I'm bad? Yeah.
you've
See,
been
my sisters.
running.
Yeah, my sisters have been going gym for like.
Don't point the finger.
Don't point the
I
finger.
don't care. I'm pointing the finger.
Focus on you.
Focus
I'm
on
focusing-
yourself.
Don't talk to me in that tone, man. Shut your mouth.
You've been
Gaffalabi.
running.
So ashamed of you.
Running. Do you know what? I remember back in the day with McDonald's, fam, I would go after college, yeah. This was my routine. Finish college, 3:30. My work starts at 5 o'clock, yeah. Man would go to McDonald's, yeah, and eat. I'll do my 4-hour shift from 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Mum has already cooked dinner.
Yeah.
On my way home, you know that Charlton McDonald's
Yeah.
from JD? I'll just go in there, get a little cheeky double cheeseburger for the journey of the 132 home. When I get home, eat again.
Yes.
I was addicted to McDonald's, and for that reason, I gave it up for 4 years. And then when we went to Barcelona, I jumped back on it again.
Yeah. We were
In
hungry,
Barca?
man.
Yeah, in Barcelona.
Yeah,
I
we
was
were
just like,
hungry.
you know what? I'm hungry. It's late.
Do you know the thing is, the McDonald's in Barcelona is better than here. You get
Yeah.
the Grande Mac.
Yeah,
Instead of some normal Big Mac. Like
the French
a big
McDonald's is nice as well.
thing. It is nice,
It
yeah.
is nice. They serve beer in there as well in the French
They
one.
do, they do.
Yeah.
I like Paris, though. I like Paris.
That's right. Paris.
I only like the inside bit of Paris, like the centre.
Yeah.
'Cause if you go to the outskirts of
outside,
it-
that's where you get the real Paris.
Dirty, cuz.
Yeah.
Dirty. I'll be real. Yeah, disgusting. The graffiti and everything.
You know when you ate at McDonald's, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you feel like there was a black hole in your stomach afterwards?
Yeah, I did.
Every time I eat
I feel
McDonald's, I feel like I've eaten
'Cause it's not
something but
good,
eaten
like,
nothing.
it's just trash.
It's like I've eaten something and eaten nothing at the same time. It's such a weird feeling.
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird. My
Yeah,
mum
man.
pointed it out to me like at one point. Do you know what food I don't like here? Burger King.
Burger
I
King is
love
bomb.
Burger
She don't
King.
like it. No,
Chicken
the
Royale with
feeling
cheese.
after.
Oh, the double.
It's
the double
after. I think
cheeseburger
it's the chips.
XL.
Ooh, I know. Woo, woo.
There's a McDonald's just down the road. It just tastes better wrong, and it always has.
I mean, I'm supposed to cook daily. I could just go there.
Every time I've gone to cook daily, it's closed. Every time I've been there once, yeah, and then thereafter, sorry, we're closed for vegan nights. Sorry, we've run out of food. Sorry, we're not vegan anymore. We need meat now. Like, I'm just thinking, like, what? I'm sort of like open up the shop, like, especially for those that are coming after work hours. Like, not all of us are doing freelance work to be coming and getting our vegan meals in the middle of the day. And then, you know, we're not all photographers out here doing. Oh, should we go and get some vegan food? Should we go and get some vegan food?
It was all the employees from Vice, bro.
Yeah, all the employees from Vice right there,
from
guys, to
Vice,
cook
bro.
daily. What about we, man? What about us, man? I want to come at 7 o'clock.
And when I eat, when I'm on,
man.
you know.
This whole veganism thing as well, yeah. Like the millennial generation, I mean, like they're really taking over. Veganism, yeah. What do you lot think about that?
I think
It's
But
good for you,
it's
you know.
good.
Mm.
It's good. Like
It
to
is.
be honest with you, like not you everything in moderation. is what I would say. And like eating meat, especially as we're getting older, yeah, like our metabolism isn't like that. Our bodies are not snatched like that anymore. So them ones where you're just eating whatever you want, yeah, and then you realize, wow, man's got love handles now. Man's got breasts. Like it's not everything isn't going back into place. So I agree. I mean, like, there are some things that I've cut out of my diet. Like I haven't drank milk in over a year. I only drink almond milk now. You know, and I drink as much water as possible. But I always have water. I'm always having water. So, you know, in terms of like the whole vegan lifestyle, I'm not with it because I'm never going to do it.
Do you know, what my saying is that I haven't died so far, so.
real. It's true. I've done vegan I've done vegan for 21 days.
I've done it for 6.
Daniel fast and that.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what? If you want to check out someone who did vegan, and you want to die of laughter, check out Simi All Smiles' video.
Yo, Simi, I watched that. That is hilarious.
I was in bits. There was one bit, where she ate like vegan sausage. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put it in the video so you guys can see it right now. Yeah.
This smells so weird, but that's what it looks like inside. I get what they tried to do, but it's not working.
But yeah, it was hilarious. Veganism is good though. It cleanses out your system. Because in the meat that we're eating and the things that we're consuming, like you said, like growing breasts and them thing there.
Yeah, breasts
like,
and that.
What, in the meat?
Bruv, there's so much estrogen in our like I tweeted it the other day. There's so much estrogen in our like the production of our foods and stuff and what they like pump into chicken that men are starting to grow breasts.
Watch when you start lactating, bruv. Then you'll know it's peak.
Hey.
God forbid.
Do you lactate?
I don't lactate. I don't lactate.
I
don't, man. Get out of there, man. Don't make me look stupid.
Get out of there.
Get out of here. Get out of here. No, I don't. No, I'm just saying, like, people do lactate.
Yeah,
so,
no, well, this is the thing. That's why you got to be careful what you put in your body. You can't just be eating everything. Like nowadays, I've said, after 25, your metabolism is not the same as what it was before that. Like I can eat rubbish, and I will put on so much weight, and it's so much harder to remove. Like,
Yeah.
do you know
and I'm running right now, so I want to
long thing.
maintain and lose what I have, in fact, to be honest with you.
Very true.
But yeah, but even speaking about being 25, how you man feeling? How do you guys feel?
Hey, we're all
Nice
25
nice
now,
segue.
innit?
See that
Nice
segue?
segue. Nice segue.
We're all 25 now.
We're all 25. Wow.
Big man, we're all old now. I'm gonna be 26 in December.
Small baller.
Small baller. That's 24. He's actually a baby.
He's a baby, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. How are you?
I don't know.
Are you going through the dun dun dun
I don't
quarter
know.
life crisis?
I mean, I think I overthink things. I don't even think that I'm 25. I think I'm 26. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you've kind of throw your ages forward like that, but you don't need to, bruv. You've still got another 6 months.
I know. I still got another like 6 months,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm 26 already, and then I start thinking, wow, I'm gonna be 27 next year.
So like,
That's how I think.
yeah.
I don't
time.
think about the present. I think about the future way too much.
So when you think about that though, what comes up for you? When you
comes
think
up for
about that?
Everything, like, oh, when am I gonna buy my house? I don't think about when I'm gonna get married. I'm not too fussed about that because it will eventually happen, but that's not something that is prevalent in my mind right now. But it's just like growing up in general, like, oh, I haven't done this, I haven't achieved certain milestones in my life, and it gets me thinking. I think about it all the time, like I should be here, I should be there, just because like the way that my career started, I started working like at a really young age, so there were certain goals that I had and I wanted to achieve within my early 20s, and none of that happened. And so you start thinking, well, oh my goodness, what's going on? Like, why am I not where I want to be? Why have I not achieved these things? And then and now I'm at this point, I'm 25, and I'm like, I'm 25 years old, and I still haven't achieved the things that I wanted to. And when I talk about the things, when I talk about what I want to achieve, I'm talking about like buying a home. Homes are really expensive right now. And I'm still single as well, so it's still hard for me to be able to afford to buy a house by myself. And there were other responsibilities in my life that prevent me from being able to buy a home immediately. And so it it's annoying that I'm not there, and so I think about it a lot. Yeah. So that's where I am right now. Would I say that I'm going through like a quarter life crisis? Maybe, yeah. But I think that might be just because I keep on watching. I don't watch what other people are doing, but it's at the back of my mind, and you can't help it because, you know, when people are doing well around you amongst your circle, obviously, of course, you celebrate it, but at the same time, you start thinking, what about me?
What of my own?
What of my own?
Yeah, like that definitely happens, and because not only is it in the back of your mind, but it's also in the front of your face. Like when you're going through your social media, like scrolling is literally there in front of you. Everybody living their best life.
Yeah.
Like everybody doing bits and starting businesses and being CEOs and managing directors and oh, you know, I've got this funding and financing and I've done all of this, whatever. Yeah. I think, like, you know, you have to be careful what you take in and what you consume, because a lot of it isn't real.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you might be suffering from a quarter life crisis purely for no reason, because what you're seeing itself isn't actually what is actually going on. Like myself, like I'm actually reading a book about quarter life crisis, to be honest, at the moment. The book is called Quarter Life. Oh no. So bad, I forgot what the title is.
You know what's gonna happen?
But it's a play on that word.
Michael's gonna put the link, not a link yet, but it's gonna scroll across the screen on this video, isn't it, Michael?
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna scroll across. Quarter life cooling.
Okay.
Yeah. When your 20s are darker than you expected.
Mad.
Yeah. So, or pursuing your God-given purpose.
Why is the book black, bro?
No. This is another book that I've read called 101 Secrets for Your 20s. Bruv, I'm in this quarter life crisis because I just think it's interesting, like millennials, just to read up on it.
Yeah.
But basically, so the book I'm reading, the guy's talking about how he was in a job that was enviable to his mates, how he was, making all this money, working for a high esteemed organization, did really well at university, was traveling, all of this stuff. And everyone around him thought that he was living his best life, but within his own self, he was crumbling because he was like, this isn't what I wanted to do. So he ended up quitting his job and he's doing something else. I haven't got that far in the book yet. But perception, all that glitters isn't gold. The grass isn't always green on the other side. And such and so forth. I think social media is the big factor in the whole quarter life crisis.
I would say that for sure.
We shouldn't be having quarter life. We shouldn't have one. Midlife crisis 50, fair enough.
It's also our parents as well.
Pressure on ourselves too early.
Well, I think it's also our parents as well, because these lot bought their houses when it was like 50, 60,000
pounds. But it was a completely different market.
But they don't acknowledge that though. They don't acknowledge that, and then they put pressure on you that you have to buy a house soon. You have to buy it soon. I'm like, I don't have the money for deposits. They're asking for 50, 60 grand.
Yeah.
Well, pull it out for me. I beg. Perform a magic trick so the 60,000 can be in my account.
Back in their day.
If not, if you can't perform this magic trick, I beg, don't talk. I'm sorry, mommy.
And back in their day,
I wasn't talking about you, man.
Back in their day, the house was like 60k itself anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone talking about 60k deposit.
And it was deposit free as well. So all they had to do is go to the bank and get a loan. That was it.
So lit, man.
Talk about living your best life. Me, oh my goodness me. I would have earned 2 homes.
You know
like
going
that.
through a quarter life crisis, or have you been through one?
You know what? Yeah. Depends what you define. No, I think it's because I got into like ministry. I don't feel like I am.
Did you feel like you're doing your purpose?
I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. But like at the same time, like obviously I do have the thought, a house, life, job wise, like what am I gonna do, kind of stuff, wife, kids, all that kind of stuff. But it's in the back of my head and it always creeps up. But I feel like I focus, because you kind of have a focus of like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to see what happens, or like kind of like let it follow, let's say. Because that seek ye first the kingdom and then following afterwards. But like, so I feel like I'm really like looking. My vision is looking up. My vision. My sight is faced upwards and not around me. Kind of things, yeah, because everything around me can put me down really. Like the moment I start thinking about work, the moment I start like dwelling, not even thinking about dwell is to like live in that situation, to live in the feeling of being unemployed, or live in a situation of being like kind of worried about your future. If I dwell on it, I can think about it, that's fine to think about it, but if I dwell on it, then that's when it starts to affect me. So rather than looking like upwards and forwards, like things have just been falling into place in terms of like career wise, like opportunities have come in to do what I want to do, which is like film scoring, which is great. And so I feel like, yeah, it's in the back of my mind, but I'm not going to focus on it. I've just decided to be like, okay, I'm not really going to think about it too tough. I'm just going to do what is happening right now. Focus on what's going on right now. But yeah, like, and I was, funny enough actually, about probably in March. Was it March? February, I was watching a guy, because he blew up over social media. Name is Jordan Peterson. He had that talk with that woman on Channel 4
About what?
about feminism.
Okay.
I can't remember, but he's basically right wing.
Okay.
And he's basically, he's right wing, but not far right. He's basically like in between, not in between, but like he's like kind of center right. But he was saying some things obviously she didn't agree with, and a lot of like left wingers didn't agree with. And he was like saying stuff like men and women are not actually equal, but they have the same value, but they're not equal. And he was saying it's scientific, all this stuff, and obviously that caused a lot of controversy. But anyway, so that's how I found out who he was. Then I started watching more videos about him, because he seemed to tell as it is. Like he didn't really
didn't hold anything
politically correct or anything. And there was a video that he did on millennials, and that was very interesting.
What did he say?
Because he said, do what you're good at and not what you love.
Yes.
So he said, do what you're good at and not what you love. And he said, don't even worry about, like, one of the things that he said was not worrying about finding your life partner, like a wife or whatever spouse. He said, do what you're doing and you keep following that path. And then at one point you'll meet.
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
he's not even like a Christian like that, but obviously he believes in God, and like there's something out there. That's him, innit? He doesn't like deny Jesus or anything, but he's just not a believer, innit? But he's like, what he said made a lot of sense. And I started to listen to him a lot more when it came to like talking about millennials and just like life values and stuff. Like he even said, before I even took it seriously, he talked about like organization, timekeeping, all that kind of stuff. And he was like how important it is for millennials to practice that when they're young and like basically build on that. So he's someone that if you're like looking to hear that speech, I think I found it on YouTube at some point. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a message to millennials or something. Do what you're good at and not what you love. Fair enough, you do what you love, and like that's great. But he said that we've been kind of like duped into doing what we love and not doing what we're good at and succeeding. But then, because obviously, like, okay, say for instance, for example, I love football, but I'm in no shape to play football. I can't even play football, but I love it, and I should do what I love. So I quit what I'm doing and then pursue that, rather than pursuing what I'm good at.
Right.
Where like success will come from. But then there's some people that are good at what they love. And that's when you like.
And that's when you find, because that was my question. I was like, okay, what about? Because people tend to love what they're good at. But I completely agree with that, because I'm a believer that you should actually play to your strengths. You know, we all have weaknesses, and one of the things I've found in the corporate setting personally, I thought you might have found this as well, is that in development meetings, you know, they'll talk about, oh, you've done this well, but you need to work on this, and you need to work on that, 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 you need to do this.
Dumb manager,
and
not you.
Not you. Not you, boy.
I didn't say his name, innit?
Oh, okay.
Dumb manager, not you though.
But yeah. I think he knows. I get what you're saying. Like, because they focus so much on your weaknesses. But you have to remember, I'm never going to be good at everything. I'm
Anyway.
never gonna have everything together anyway.
Yeah.
So why don't I just play to my strengths
Yeah.
and let success come
And
from that
success
route,
come from that.
rather than me like focus it. Obviously, develop. There's always room to develop, and you know we all have weak points that you need to develop. But like some things, it's like, bruh, I'm never gonna. If my brain is not wired that way due to upbringing or whatever, my ability
Go
or
on
my
your
aptitude, let me just go on my strength.